Previously, when Lewellyn had teased Tristian by continuously whispering in his ears, he became heavily embarrassed and requested her to stop her pranks. Observing his cute reaction, she reflected that she wanted to tease him more. And as Lewellyn ordered him to turn towards her, Tristian reluctantly turned around. Seeing a strange bulge between his pants pockets, she was shocked and reflected that despite seeing it twice, it still scared her. Approaching him, she asked him to take off his clothes, as she couldn't let him walk inside the palace like that. Complying, Tristian took off his clothes, and Lewellyn began to calm his excitement towards her. Later, as Lewellyn arrived at her bedroom, she found Almondite inside, waiting for her. After a heated conversation, he knelt before her and apologized for leaving her when she had needed him the most. Enraged, Lewellyn scolded Almondite, asking why he thought she would forgive him if he apologized this late. She then cried heavily, recalling that he was the same man who had promised to marry her and spend their lives together. Making up her mind, Lewellyn sternly warned Almondite never to come back into her life again. So, let's dive into the parts 103, 104, and 105 of the manhwa, The Secret Bedroom of the Forsaken Princess. The scene transitions to outside the princess's palace, where Tristian apologizes to Lewellyn for not being able to escort her to Thessaly. To this, she assures him by saying that Sir Paulo and the Red Knights will be there for her. Feeling gloomy, he expresses that he is still worried about her safety. Hearing this, Lewellyn feels happy, reflecting that Tristian behaves like a military dog sending off its owner on a journey. In an attempt to calm him, she pats his shoulder and tells him to take care of his overall health. She also asks him to send Coco with a letter once she arrives in Thessaly. Listening to this, Tristian delivers a mesmerizing smile. Blushing, Lewellyn wonders since when this guy has been laughing so much. Suddenly, he requests a favor from her, asking her to call him by his first name when she returns to Brighton, because she always called him Sir Commander or Sir Tristian. She wonders if Pamela would hate it if she found out that the commander of the Red Knights is making this request. Instantly, Tristian declares that he doesn't care if it's revealed that he's been intimate with Princess Lewellyn multiple times. Besides, her worry for his safety is just a waste of emotion, as he's a strong knight with enough strength to protect himself. Hence, he pleads with her to never push him away in the future. Clenching her fist, Lewellyn wonders why he is so desperate for her, when she is the one who lost her precious people in the past. Besides, Tristian is the only man who once called her a cute and lovely lady. Holding his hand, Lewellyn calls him by his first name and declares that she won't confuse him anymore when she returns. She tells him to take care of himself until she comes back. To this, Tristian holds her hand in return and prays to God for her safe and sound trip to Thessaly. Perplexed, Lewellyn wonders why his red eyes feel so warm to her. The scene then shifts to the exit gate of Brighton, where Sir Paulo begins to tease Tristian, asking if he is sad because he wants to hug his cute subordinates who are leaving with the princess. In response, Tristian delivers a painful blow to Paulo's head. Crying, Paulo threatens to complain to the princess about Tristian's tyranny, since Tristian doesn't hit him again. Paulo teases him more by mentioning that Priest Ernell and Duke Almondite also seem to be in love with the princess. Paulo even jokes that he too has fallen in love with Princess Lewellyn. Annoyed, Tristian kicks Paulo's leg and orders him to protect Lewellyn at all costs. Trembling in pain, Paulo expresses that Tristian only hates him. With a long sigh, Sir Dane wonders why they don't just leave Tristian alone. Suddenly, Dane spots Almondite at a distance under a tree, persistently gazing at Princess Lewellyn. Smirking, he confirms that Almondite and Tristian love the same woman. He then reflects that Almondite's gaze radiates a mixture of love, remorse, and anger for someone. Pissed, he wonders why the princess is always surrounded by such people. Moreover, it seems like Duke Almondite, her childhood friend, Priest Ernell, the youngest priest of Brighton, and King Bastian, her stepbrother, they all like the princess, but their eyes are impure and full of secrets. However, their commander Tristian looks at her with straight and pure eyes, and there is no one else but Tristian who has a pure heart towards the princess. As Lewellyn embarks on her journey to Thessaly, Almondite remains standing under the tree, staring at her chariot with an enraged expression. From here, the scene shifts inside the deep forest, where Lewellyn reflects that this is her first time leaving Brighton, and she hopes she can meet Ernell at Thessaly, because she is concerned about the Asmodeus stigma on her back neck, as Ernell warns her to beware of the High Priest of the Holy Land. Feeling hot, she mutters why her neck begins to feel slightly hot, and if it's because the cycle of the stigma's activation has arrived. Learning her situation, she wonders if she should have brought Tristian with her. Blushing heavily, she scolds herself, asking why she wants to disturb a man who is busy doing his duty. As they venture deep inside the dense forest, Dane informs Lewellyn that they will increase their pace to arrive at Thessaly quickly. To this, she states she is fine and they are allowed to increase the pace. Gazing outside the window, she wonders whether her brother, Alpheus, will come out to meet her or not. Feeling sad, Lewellyn reflects that it's been more than a decade since she felt her cheeks that smelled like warm sunshine. Chuckling, she imagines that he must have become taller than her, so she can't call him a kid anymore. Suddenly, she feels a quick pain inside her heart. wondering what if Alpheus doesn't miss her at all. And what if he really forgot about her and she is just bait? Not wanting to believe, she reflects her brother must have missed her. Trembling, Lewellyn prays to God to let her reunite with Alpheus. Suddenly, the carriage begins to shake heavily. With that, the knights outside yell in terror, stating that they have spotted demons. Approaching her, Sir Dane requests her to stay inside the carriage. But before she can ask what's happening, a herd of giant demons comes right in front of the knights. Not wasting any time, the demons start killing the knights and vandalizing the carriages. Meanwhile, the scared Lewellyn hides in a corner inside her carriage. Covering her lips, she suggests to herself to maintain her silence. Nevertheless, the carriage roof gets destroyed by the demon. And as Lewellyn gazes upward, she finds that the demon is scrutinizing inside. Finding Lewellyn in a corner, the demon begins to release heavy saliva. But before the demon can hurt Lewellyn, the Red Knights strike an attack on the demon and save her. Opening the gate, Dane instructs her to come outside immediately. Complying, she comes out and hides in the protection of Dane. Dane then runs toward the demon and delivers a lethal blow to the demon, slicing the limb of the demon in a single attack. And as the limb falls before Lewellyn, she gets scared at witnessing a lot of blood mixed with the killed knights and the demon. However, upon noticing that Dane is struggling to fight the demon, she gears up with a sword and criticizes herself, reflecting that if she can't protect herself, she doesn't deserve to live. Observing Lewellyn in front of it, the demon springs at her with a wide mouth. To this, she extends the sword forward and pierces the demon's eye. Taking the blow, the demon begins to shout in heavy pain. Amid this, an unknown man in a hoodie observes the whole situation from a distance. In an attempt to take out the sword from its damaged eye, the demon unknowingly strikes at Lewellyn with its tail. Yet, Dane arrives at the perfect time and rescues her by taking her inside the forest. While running, he asks if she's okay, to which she states she's fine. After some hours, the Red Knights form a barrier around Lewellyn at a safe place. There, she notices that the knights themselves are injured but are still trying their best to protect her by putting their lives at front. Getting motivated, she quickly tears her skirt to release her legs to run without any obstruction. She then holds the sword again and gets ready to protect herself. By radiating a queen-like aura, she declares that she will fight too. Instantly, the demons find them and attack them without any delay. In response, the Red Knights charge from one side, and Lewellyn from the other end. Working like a team, the knights and Lewellyn stab the demon at multiple places. Not standing a chance, the demon falls to the ground before it can harm a single person. However, they begin to celebrate very early, as another demon comes from behind and attacks Paulo. Throwing Paulo very far, the demon then directs its sharp claws very close to Lewellyn. But this time, Almondite comes to her rescue and strikes a godly attack that slices the demon perfectly into two halves. Observing Almondite's unexpected presence, everyone becomes shocked. After doing his job, Almondite springs toward Lewellyn and lands right before her. Removing his hoodie from his head, he asks the shocked Lewellyn if she is alright. Shifting to the knights, he informs her that soon all the surviving demons will find them, ordering them to form a defensive line and protect the princess. He also instructs her to stay by his side, as the demons are after her. Shocked heavily, Lewellyn wonders if Pamela is behind all this. After some minutes, the rest of the herd of demons finds them. Seeing them, Paulo orders the knights to form a defense line immediately. Forming a tight defensive stance, the knights attack the demons in a block. However, the demons break the defense line and march toward Lewellyn. To this, Almondite jumps at the demons and kills them without giving them a chance to respond. And as Almondite slices all the rest of the demons without a single help from the Red Knights, Lewellyn worriedly asks if he is alright. Approaching, she flinches swiftly upon observing a deep cut on his left shoulder. Gazing at her, he assures her by saying he's totally fine, as the blessing of the Holy Priest will heal this injury. To this, she reflects that indeed, he is the only blessed Duke of Brygen. Lowering her gaze, Lewellyn recalls her previous unpleasant meeting with Almondite, where she requested him never to come near him. With a stern gaze, she questions why he is here. Amid this, Dane arrives and asks if the princess is okay. But upon finding Almondite with her, Dane without hesitation inquires if the Duke was following them. To this, Almondite mentions that his presence is not the main concern, and since the situation has become like this, he is going to disguise himself as a Red Knight and come to Thessaly. As we wrap up today's segment, thank you for being with us until the very end. I'll be sharing fresh videos of this manga and exciting new series every weekend. Your support is invaluable, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Your encouragement keeps the channel thriving, and I appreciate it immensely. Until next time, take care and goodbye.